And the Miami Heat starting five being announced right now at the free throw line at the other end of the court. And Pat Riley, one of the winningest coaches in the NBA, over 800 wins now in his career. 4 championships with the Lakers and a couple of Atlantic Division championships with the Knicks. Well, the lights are down and the noise is up, and it's time to introduce the Houston Rockets. Let's go to our public address announcer.
Prepare for Rockets liftoff! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rudy T trying to get another winning streak going with the Houston Rockets here tonight. Although he'll be shorthanded, he'll try to get down that bench and see if he can find some help in some other spots. Tonight's starting matchups are presented by Southwest Airlines. And Keith Askins in there against Ellie, Brown, Willis, Mourning, Olajuwon, Danilovich, Moore, and Hardaway Maloney. Let's go to Lisa.
Thanks, Bill. The Heat will be playing without starting forward Dan Majerle tonight. He was placed on the injured list today due to back problems, so he will miss at least 5 games. Starting in his place, as you mentioned, Keith Askins. This will be his 2nd start of the season. Coach Pat Riley says Majerle will be sorely missed. He had started every game this season, was playing a team-high 42 minutes a game, is the team's 3rd leading scorer with 13 points a game, and is Miami's top 3-point shooter. Now, Bill, I heard a rumor that Majerle flew to Phoenix this morning to join his best friend Charles Barkley for a round of golf, but I know that rumor to be false because Sir Charles never did leave for Phoenix this morning. Back to you.
Oh, you don't think they would have hatched a plot, do you, Murph?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Huh?
Well, let's just say on the way here, I passed Sweetwater Country Club. Something looked real familiar to me, but I'm not going to get involved in that. Charles, you just heard him get back here. I got nobody to beat up on.
Well, he didn't have to fly to Phoenix. The weather improved today, so he was able to play golf here. The officials tonight, Jess Kersey, Ron Alesiak, and Leon Wood. Wood, Alesiak, and Kersey, your officials for tonight's game. Well, the Miami Heat, 18-7 on the season, and Miami, one of the winningest teams on the road. They have really become a good road team. And that is a trademark of most Pat Riley teams. They know how to win on the road. They are tough, play good defense. Askins, a good shooter from the perimeter, so they don't miss much there with Majerle. Hardaway looking down to Alonzo Mourning. Double team comes over and a kicked ball and reset the shot clock. The clock was down to 6 seconds, so Miami gets new life.
The clock was down to 6 seconds, but if you watch their pattern offensively, they moved that ball into position to get a nice shot. Now, that was a nice defensive play by the Rockets to kick that ball away, but they were about 10 feet from that basket with no one in front of them.
Danilovich outside over to P.J. Brown, looking down to Alonzo Mourning inside the paint area, passed up the jump hook, went over to Brown for 2.
P.J. Brown.
P.J. Brown signed as a free agent out of New Jersey in the offseason. And as you know, Miami had a lot of problems in that offseason. They thought they had signed Juwan Howard. That didn't work out. Maloney with a miss. Kevin Willis gives him a new 24.
I like the fact that...
and a foul on P.J. Brown. He's guarding Olajuwon. They've got Mourning on Willis.
Yeah, that's a matchup that I knew was going to happen. They don't want to get themselves into foul trouble with Mourning early so that they would put P.J. over on Olajuwon.
Well, if you knew that was going to happen, why didn't you tell us?
Well, you didn't ask me, Bill.
Oh, excuse me. I thought that what you were supposed to do in the pregame.
Don't start on me today, Bill.
Oh, okay. Tough day, huh? Oh, Kevin Willis from the outside.
I was going to say earlier, Bill, that Matt Maloney has got to challenge Hardaway offensively. You can't allow him just to drift around and run that offense.
Blocked by Willis. Alonzo drops it down into traffic. Maloney gets the steal.
Great defensive intensity by Willis early.
Majerle will fire up a three. It's way off the mark. Uh-oh, here's Hardaway in the open court. That's trouble. He'll shoot the jumper, and he hits it. Hardaway, remember 2 games back, got these mysterious back spasms. Did you remember seeing him on the highlights going down on the court? And he doesn't know what it was. He only had to miss 1 game, however. Olajuwon now has Mourning on him. An illegal defense is called on Miami.
You know, it's interesting that when Dream receives that ball on the baseline, he wants to take one move, one dribble before he takes the shot. He's got to get to the habit now of when his teammates kick that ball around to him quickly and he's standing 10 feet from the basket, he needs to go ahead and take that shot. Don't give the defense a chance to set up against them.
P.J. Brown is fronting Olajuwon. Mario apparently bounced the ball out of bounds. You could hear Jess Kersey, the official. Hardaway in possession of probably the best crossover dribble in basketball. If you're playing him, you got to try to body up to him and stay in front of him. That's hard to do. But he sets it all in motion for Miami. Danilovic, an excellent shooter. Takes it inside to Brown for the slam. Or that's Alonzo Mourning.
See, there's the problem you got to erase quickly is the penetration inside the defense where you have to switch, get caught in the twilight zone. They have themselves a chance for an easy layup.
Tracy Moore on the drive. He's hammered inside. Another trademark of a Pat Riley team. You never get an easy look.
No, they'll come in. That's right. They will abandon post, and they'll come at you. And sometimes they don't come at you to get the ball either, Bill.
That's his first personal foul.
Remember when he coached in New York? Now, they were a very, very aggressive team, opposed to when he was in L.A., and they were the finesse type of offense.
Pat used to complain quite a bit about the physical play of the Celtics when the Lakers were always squaring off with Boston, but then when he got over to the East,
adopted the style.
Changed his style of coaching a little. There's Mourning with the rebound of the miss. Heat lead by 3. Danilovic from the outside on the miss. Look at Willis get up in the air. Problem for Houston tonight. Where will the offense come from? Hopefully from right there. Olajuwon misses on the shot. Willis trying to keep it alive. Rebound gets up in the hands of Hardaway. All the way inside, lays it up for 2. That's a couple of point-blank shots now by Miami, the last 2. And the Heat lead by 5.
Well, it's very obvious that when the Rockets shoot and they miss, the Heat are going to force the up-tempo game and try to get down for opportunity baskets.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Danilovic. Just really tough to replace the points. Barkley averaging 20 points a game. Drexler averaging 18. That's almost 40 points out of your lineup.
That's a lot of action.
Tracy Moore could get a 4-point play. He made the 3 and he was fouled. The Rockets need a big game from Tracy tonight.
You took the words out of my mouth. If he want to have a game that's going to really put him in good in the rotation, tonight's the night. And let me tell you, Bill, he has the ability to do that. He's a shooter. He's quick. He has the ability to get himself in a situation where he could have a big scoring night.
Well, folks, you don't get to see a 4-point play very often, but you just saw one there. There'll be about maybe 10 of those this year if you're lucky. 8-7, Heat lead. Alonzo Mourning outside. They switch it around, find the open man, Hardaway. He misses, and the rebound, Olajuwon all the way down court to Tracy Moore. Tracy with the jumper, yeah!
Trace, come to play basketball, my brother.
6 points for Tracy Moore. Hardaway on the drive, missed it, tipped up in the air to Willis. Willis to Maloney. Maloney has Tracy Moore, it's blocked. And Maloney gets it back. Nope, Olajuwon takes it away from him.
Handle the ball.
And a foul on Alonzo Mourning.
Question. Where was that when Olajuwon changed from center to guard?
He's the point center.
The point center tonight. Okay. Well, you know, we talked about everybody elevating their game to another level. We're seeing some of that right now, led by Tracy Moore.
Sasha Danilovic has picked up 2 early fouls, so he has to leave the game. That's 4 team fouls on the Heat. The Rockets have yet to commit a team foul yet. 15 on the shot clock. Maloney over to Tracy Moore again. 3-pointer. This one misses. And Alonzo Mourning gives it up to Timmy Hardaway. In the offseason, it looked like Miami made a run at several point guards. Gary Payton, a couple of other point guards they looked at. Weren't sure about Hardaway, and I think he took it personal. He's fouled by Maloney.
Well, you know, sometimes a team won't go after a certain player because they don't think that he's available.
Well, but I mean, Hardaway had finished out the season in Miami, and in the offseason, they did not sign him until late in that signing period in the offseason.
Oh, so you're talking about maybe it would hurt someone's feelings?
Yeah, but not Tim. He's a very aggressive, has a ton of confidence, and he has come back to have a premier season. He is really putting up some nice numbers.
He's back to being the All-Star that we remember him during his early years with Golden State.
Not only is he scoring at 18 points a game, but he's passing out 7 assists a game. And he'll hang around the free throw line and pick up 3 or 4 rebounds every contest, too. Miami leads by 1, and a timeout taken by Houston. 7:03 left to play in the first period. And it's a 1-point game on Fox Sports Southwest. Tonight's league leaders are presented by Bill Hurd Chevrolet, and that's the opposition scoring leaders. Miami holds the opponent to 88 points per game, and Miami averages 91, almost 92 points a game. So it is a +2 in that category for Miami. The Rockets average 100, almost 104 points a game while giving up 97 a contest. So far in the game, Houston's guards have taken 5 of the 8 shots by the Rockets, so they are making the Miami guards play a little defense. Olajuwon, tough shot off the glass. He changed that shot in midair.
He called it. He called it.
No doubt about it. And the Rockets lead by 1. And a 3-pointer attempted, won't go. Majerle with a rebound. Leonard in the game now. Vashawn Leonard. He took that last shot for Miami. Tracy getting it down to Olajuwon. Tough catch. Alonzo Mourning's playing illegal defense. No call. Here's Olajuwon. Jump hook to the middle. Short. Quickly down to Keith Askins. Nice pass. Leonard for 2.
Vashawn Leonard.
Vashawn Leonard out of Minnesota.
Anytime the Rockets take a shot, especially if they take it from the baseline, they better have real good defensive rotation, and somebody needs to be back because off they come.
Illegal defense again on Miami.
Illegal defense.
I'm glad to see this happening because Alonzo Mourning has not guarded anybody this entire game. He's just drifting over towards Olajuwon even before he gets the ball. And you can see him in the middle now. See, he's not even Willis is his man.
He didn't play that good a defensive zone in college when he's at Georgetown.
Well, of course, John Thompson didn't run a lot of zone at Georgetown, but that's pretty good when he's running out there. And the game is tied at 12. Maloney out front, setting up the offense. Coming out and leaving Willis is Mourning. Now he shifts over to Olajuwon. Hakeem wants that ball. He'll work on Zoe. Into the middle. Good defense by Mourning. 6 on the shot clock. Olajuwon high, arching rainbow shot, and it hit the back of the iron.
Olajuwon's aggressive, but he doesn't want to have to work that hard for a shot.
Hardaway with a 3. Mourning tips it to himself. Vashawn Leonard gets it back out to Hardaway. 5:20 left to play in the first.
Good defense on the part of the Rockets. They got back in transition. They matched up quickly, didn't allow them to get a good inside shot.
Double team on Mourning. Hardaway is picked up from the weak side. Askin with a three. He misses. Oh, Ellie saved it nicely to Willis. Game still tied at 12. There's Hakeem out playing point center. Kevin Willis will work on Alonzo Mourning to the middle, jump hook off the back of the iron. Tough luck shot. The Rockets now are only 4 of 12 for 33%. And P.J. Brown lost the ball out of bounds. Good call.
No, as soon as I started talking about defensive rotation being back, Rudy apparently had talked to them before I made the statement, because the last 2 times down, there were 2 men waiting on their break.
4:33 left to play in the first. Maloney gets a pick. They go on the double team. Get it out to Willis. Jump hook. Rolls across the iron and will not go. Rockets getting only 1 shot.
But they're getting a good shot. They just got to make them now.
Hardaway from the outside. He's way off the mark. Willis gets a sandwich job. Askins misses. And a good rebound. Kevin Willis very active here in the early going. That's 5 rebounds for Kevin.
He's being the man on the floor out there.
Olajuwon wants it. Not real good spacing now. You got to get, there you go, get back outside, give him some room. Olajuwon picks out Mario Ellie. Shot clock at 5 seconds for Houston. Ellie with a nice drive off the glass. Willis with the offensive rebound, takes it up and draws the foul.
Uh-oh, he bumped the ref. He bumped the ref. You saw it.
Fouls on number 2, Keith Askins.
Keith Askins with the foul.
The heater of the limit.
Mario just a little off balance. And Randy Livingston
Let me tell you
and
something.
Othello Harrington will check in. A couple of rookies.
This is not a bad defensive team that the Heat put on the floor.
No.
They're making everything difficult. They're taking away the shot you want.
Oh, that's Pat Riley's defense. He coached it with the Knicks for so many years. So now the shortness of the Rockets bench means that Rudy in the important minutes will have to go to his rookies tonight.
Well,
And
here,
get a shot of Othello Harrington standing right next to his hero, Alonzo Mourning. Now, those 2 guys, Mourning preceded Othello at Georgetown with that great career. And, of course, he followed Patrick Ewing.
I don't care if that's his hero, but I don't want to see him ask for any autographs out there.
I imagine it will get a little physical. Well, right off the bat, they call a foul on Othello Harrington.
We have a loose ball foul on Othello Harrington.
This game has been tied at 12 for about 2.5 minutes. 3:44 and counting left to play here in the first period. We expected a low-scoring game. We're getting one. P.J. Brown inside. Nice shot. Missed it. Boy, he had it right there at the front door. Mario Ellie in the open court. He's cut off by Hardaway. Hardaway goes for the steal. He picks it up. Tim Hardaway gets it outside. Vashawn Leonard for 2. That breaks the tie finally. Miami with 14.
That's the one problem the Rockets have had this year. Getting their turnovers that lead into points.
Mario Ellie in the open court off the glass. Nice drive, Mario. 3 points for Ellie. And the game is tied again at 14. That's the time remaining. Triple team on Mourning. That leaves Askins wide open, and he hits a 3.
Keith Askins.
Now, Keith Askins can hit that shot.
I like that rotation on that shot, Bill.
He is a 40% three-point shooter. That was his 17th of the season, but he hasn't shot a lot, only 42. Tracy Moore with a drive, and he's fouled going to the basket.
Boy, Tracy looks quick today, doesn't he? That's that adrenaline pumping. By the way, we got to say happy birthday to Tracy Moore's mom, Della Moore. Today she's, should I tell? He wrote it down here. Young 52. Hi, Mom. I got to sing to her. Happy birthday to you.
We'll be back in a moment. We expected a low-scoring game. tonight with the absence of Barkley and Drexler for Houston. We're getting it. 2:29 left in the quarter. 17-14 Heat leading. Houston shooting only 33% from the field, and Miami 41%. Tracy Moore with a couple. The Heat with 5 team fouls. The Rockets have only 1. And Alonzo Mourning for Miami with only 2 points, but he has 6 rebounds and 2 assists. So he's getting double teamed. He's not getting a good look at the shot, but he's getting everyone else involved.
You know, they just showed his statistics from the field as well as from three-point range, and he's a much better shooter than what his statistics show.
Well, Tracy gets 1 out of 2. He has 7 points. 17-15, Miami leads.
You know, I'm glad to see Tracy get a chance to start today. He works out constantly when he's not getting the playing time.
That's too close to let Mourning catch the ball. He caught it right there on the front lip. And it's 19-15 Heat. Willis, Othello Harrington, Tracy, Randy Livingston, and Mario Ellen.
2 minutes remain in the period.
Othello Harrington to the middle. Little jumper for 2. Nice move.
That's the move that he and Mr. Mean, Larry Smith, work on before the game consistently, giving him something that he can go to and be his bread and butter.
Isaac Austin was guarding him, and not very closely. Rashawn Leonard pops a 3. That's 7 points for Leonard coming off the bench. He came into this game shooting only 26%.
Wouldn't you know it?
Kevin Willis draws the double. Tracy Moore drops it right back to him. Pass inside. Livingston to Othello Harrington. Puts it up with the left hand. Tipped up and in by Kevin Willis.
I would like to see Randy Livingston take that shot when he's 2 inches from the basket. That makes the defense has to honor the fact that he can score.
Rashawn Leonard. Boy, he's feeling it tonight, isn't he? He came off that bench firing. That's 10 points for Leonard. 25-19. Miami doing a good job on those 3-pointers here tonight. 25-19. Livingston with a drive to the basket, has it knocked away out of bounds. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rockets fans, here's your chance to reserve your priority on the Rockets season ticket waiting list. Call a Rockets account executive at 627-DUNK for more details. That's 627-DUNK. Ball came off the hands of Mario. Hardaway checks that clock, and he will slow it down. Miami 12-2 on the road this season. They come in, play good defense, and that's when you're a good road team and you play good defense.
That's right. That's exactly right, especially on the road.
And a hooking foul on Alonzo Mourning.
That's 2.
That's his second foul of the game.
33, Alonzo Mourning. That's his second personal foul.
I don't think Alonzo very happy with that call.
You
know, Bill, I got a question to ask you. When I played, did I make those kind of faces when I was called for a foul or anything?
Are you kidding me? Thought somebody had stabbed you with a dagger. Kurt Thomas is checked into the game. Stole your cookie. Livingston taking it inside, missed it. Kevin Willis with a putback. He misses. Ball is loose. And there is the end of the first quarter of play. And Miami has coming in here in the first 12 minutes and taken charge. The Heat 25, the Rockets 19.
At Bill Hurt Chevrolet, you won't be hassled, you won't be high pressured, you're just part of our family.
Bill Hurt Chevrolet made me feel like a part of the family. And that's a great feeling. When you go in, you don't know anyone. They take great care of you, make you feel like you've come to the right place.
Every customer is special to them, and they do whatever it takes. So why would you buy anywhere else?
Just answer one question. Why would you buy anywhere else?
Why not go to the best dealership around? That's Bill Hurt Chevrolet.
I believe in history, and I'm a part of history. If the average fan today could see some of the moves of Elgin Baylor and Connie Hawkins, then they would say, whoa, I've seen those things before. A great many times. It was somewhat magical. And the fans should know that it isn't just being done today, it had been done yesteryear.
Tonight's first period game summary is presented by Southwestern Airlines. Vashawn Leonard came off that bench shooting. He leads the way for Miami. A couple of three-pointers included in his 10 points. Hardaway with 6. Tracy Moore with 8. Willis with 4. Tracy with a 4-point play in the first quarter. And the Rockets shooting only 33%. Rebounding pretty close. Kevin Willis leading the way for Houston with 8 rebounds in the first quarter. But Vashawn Leonard, who completed his career as the leading scorer at the University of Minnesota history with over 2,000 points. So you know that he can score. He's been up and down with Miami several years and played with the Oklahoma City Cavalry in the Continental Basketball Association. Sam Mack was activated off the injured list today, and Elmer Bennett was waived by Houston, and we hated to see that. Elmer, good-looking young kid. He's going to play some in this league. And there's 3 seconds on Houston.
3 seconds violation.
Good call. I was counting those too. When Olajuwon received that ball up near the basket, he had to go up strong. He spent time trying to situate himself, and then he tried to back out and make his move in the red area, which is the 3-second area.
Mario Ellie picking up Vashawn Leonard. Over to Keith Askins. Now they switch it back down. The inverted post up with the point guard posting up. Hardaway back to Askins in the deep corner. He misses. And the rebound off the hands of Hakeem.
It's Heat ball.
Good execution. Good
Leonard gets the baseline, takes it inside into heavy traffic, and lost the ball out of bounds. Well, if you're going to drive that baseline, it's not for the faint of heart.
And you especially can't go to the basket with your eyes closed.
Especially with Hakeem Olajuwon standing there. He doesn't block as many shots as he used to, but
don't have to.
Yeah. You come to him, he will. Matt Bullard in the game. Pass inside to Olajuwon for a quick 2. That's what happens when you try to front him.
And if weak side is not there to help.
Yeah.
The weak side on the Rockets did a nice job taking him out by going out towards the 3-point area.
Down low to Isaac Austin will come out, set a pick. Hardaway at the top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kurt Thomas. And maybe Othello Harrington got a piece of that ball. The shot was short nonetheless. Mario Ellie looking down to Olajuwon again, working on Kurt Thomas. There's Austin coming over to help out. Othello Harrington from 50.
Shoot the ball! Shoot the ball!
On the drive, took a little
Thank you. All right, but they were staying right off of him. They rotated. They're going to test his ability to put the ball in the basket. He can shoot it.
Othello very active here early with 4 points. And the Rockets with 4 in a row have closed to within 2. Nice job by Randy Livingston, and Hardaway missed a shot, tipped up in the air, and a loose ball foul on Isaac Austin.
Foul number 8, Isaac Austin.
Randy Livingston had good position for that rebound.
I just noticed something. I got a little excited when Harrington had a shot and wouldn't take it. Is that the mentality of a shooter, Bill?
Boy, are you right? If I don't pass you the fountain pen, you get mad. Back out to Hakeem from 12 feet. He missed it. Oh, look at Harrington keep it alive, and he almost got it. Hardaway does. And here comes Miami. Isaac Austin inside over Hakeem. He missed the shot. Hakeem with a rebound. It's not so many that he blocks. It's so many he changes. Olajuwon, he changed that shot. Austin had to shoot it in a hurry. Down to Hakeem again. Work in the middle. Got his man in the air. Missed the layup. Livingston with a steal. Over to Mario. Behind the back to Hakeem. Hakeem to the middle. went for the layup, missed it, had it knocked out of his hands. They're going to call traveling on Hakeem. No, I think it was touch. The official said that Hakeem caught his own pass, but I think the other official on the other side is going to say the ball was hit. It was. They changing the call. See, Alesiak didn't get a good look at it. There it is right there. See, it's knocked away by Thomas, and that's when Hakeem catches it. That's one time the officials got together and the Rockets won one. And Jesse's talking right now to Pat Riley. Pat saying, now, would you tell me about that again? Pat, take my word for it. The ball was touched. #1 draft choice of the San Diego Rockets back in your day. What was he drafted 2 years before you?
Yes, he was.
Mario Ellie looking down to Hakeem. Gets it to him. And illegal defense on the Heat. That's #3 on Miami. So now let me get this straight. Pat Riley was the #1 draft choice in San Diego.
That's right.
And then your year was who?
Rudy T.
You and Rudy.
Rudy T. And you know, it's so funny because Rudy didn't get a chance to play at all during his rookie year. I got an opportunity to play, which was great for me because I didn't have that opportunity. I didn't have the luxury of not getting started quickly. Rudy came on as his career went along and was an all-star for 7 years.
And, of course, Pat played. There's Rudy, played at Michigan. Pat played for the legendary Adolph Rupp at the University of Kentucky and was a heck of a college basketball player.
Yes, he was.
And pretty good pro until he hurt his knee. The Heat so far scoreless here in the second period, 0 for 5.
Gary Grant, #23 for the Heat, saying he's a player that I've had a lot of respect for. He's a tough customer.
The little general. No penetration right now by the Rockets. It's all on the outside. Now Randy gets inside. Lays what a move by Randy.
Randy! That's all I ask of you. Take it inside. You've got ability to get up and over some folks.
And the Rockets have scored 7 points in a row to take the lead by 1, and we have a foul on Hakeem Olajuwon. That's his first of the game.
I get excited when I see a point guard do a nice job like Randy's been doing, getting inside the defense and finishing off the play. If we can go back and look at that, this is very important. Well, we're not getting it right now. We're looking at the defensive end. But later, I want the folks to see the importance of a point guard getting inside.
Grant misses. Miami still with a mysterious offensive lack of offense here in the second period. Sasha Danilovic is in that game now, along with Grant, Leonard, Mourning, and Kurt Thomas of TCU, who's become a nice NBA player. Grant will match up with Livingston. They're going to isolate for Randy now on Grant. Randy taking him down low to the basket. Nice pass to Ellie. Oh, Randy Livingston's taken over. That's the way to run that offense. And the Rockets now lead. I think this may be Houston's largest lead of the game, 3 points. And a timeout, Miami. Randy Livingston has come off the Houston bench to spark the Rockets. And the Rockets are pitching a shutout here in the second period. Rockets lead by 3. Lisa's got a special guest and a Rocket season ticket holder.
Yes, Dusty Hill, ZZ Top. And I'll tell you what, Dusty couldn't find anything red to wear. I couldn't find anything green to wear. And here we are celebrating the holidays. Dusty, you said you saw the last game, so the Rockets are playing a little bit shorthanded tonight, but they seem to be doing a great job.
I was out of town. Of course they're doing a great job. It's a great team. The young players, Maloney, all of them are great. And I'm glad to see Matt Bullard back and everybody else. But it's a shame that it had to happen the way it did on the last game. I don't want to say much more and get anybody in any trouble, but they're a great team all the way around.
Well, it's great to have you here, Dusty. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you, Bill.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Here's Mourning with the offensive rebound and the putback, and now Miami with its first basket in the second quarter. They went almost 5 minutes. That's 6 points for Mourning. I'll tell you, ZZ Top, all 3 of the guys are big Rockets fans, and they still live here in Houston, in Sugar Land to be exact. But They treated a lot of the Rockets to a great show on the road earlier this season. They had a road show. Matt Bullard gets a good look on a three. He's off the mark. Long rebound out to Leonard.
Well, I tell you, Randy Livingston is seeing that floor out there. He was behind the backboard and saw Matt standing by himself on the opposite side of the floor.
Gary Grant drives in for two.
Too easy.
Gary Grant.
You can't let a guard come 15 feet on a layup baseline and you're standing there waiting. Something's got to be knocked out of there.
Miami now leads by one. Mario Elie gets a step. He's fouled by Leonard. Going to the basket.
Fouls on number 21, Deshaun Leonard. That's his second personal
Second foul on Leonard. Let's take a look at tonight's Jack in the Box upcoming schedule. Milwaukee will be here Monday night, and then the Rockets will travel to Milwaukee for a game after Christmas Day, and then the Golden State Warriors will be here in the Summit next Saturday. All right, Livingston will set a pick for Olajuwon, trying to get open. Mario trying to get him the ball. Nice pass, and that ends up in a dunk shot for Hakeem. 6 points for the Dream. Rockets go back up by one. Alonzo Mourning back out to Gary Grant. He'll put up a three and hit it.
Bill, I like that young man. He has always played well against the Rockets. When he played for the Clippers, he used to give the Rockets a lot of trouble coming off the bench or starting. You got to honor him.
That's only his 14th three-pointer of the season. Miami leads by 2. 5:47 left here in the second quarter. Elie looks for Olajuwon. He's got him working on P.J. Brown. Swinging around. Bullard gets a good look. Get in there. Oh, it won't go. Boy, we need a good night from Matt.
Yes, we do. And he's getting good rotation passes also when they rotate off of him.
Rashawn Leonard already with a couple of threes. He gets another.
Leonard for 3.
That's 13 points for Rashawn Leonard.
Off the bench.
And Miami 5 of 10 from behind the three-point line for a cool 50%. And the Heat go up by 5. Down to Olajuwon. They're going to call an offensive foul on Hakeem. That's his second foul of the game. Boy, I'll tell you, P.J. Brown is absolutely mauling him. I just don't understand sometimes. Look how he's got his hands all over him. His elbows. Then Hakeem tries to get free, and he's called for the offense.
See, here's the problem sometimes. Olajuwon has been so good, so superior over a lot of players that the referees have allowed them to kind of even it up with a little more pushing, a little more shoving, and Olajuwon has always been able to prevail.
Kevin Willis back into the game for Houston. Sasha Danilovic. Leonard puts it up for a three, and he's fouled by Mario. Now you're going to see something that's really rare. You're going to see a chance for 2 4-point plays in one game.
Now here's the problem. Forget about where the shot's being taken from. Obviously, you don't want to foul a three-point shooter, but the fact that you foul the jump shooter. Most fouls occur when somebody's penetrating to the basket.
Especially a guy who's hot.
Yeah, that's right. You don't give him any more points than he's already taken.
He is 6 of 8 from the field, and he has made, let's see, 3 3-pointers right now, and his chance for a 4-pointer right here. 2 4-pointers tonight. That's 10 points in a row for Miami. Miami right now on a 10-0 run. Mario Elie floats it up and in. And Miami is doing it with a 3-point shot here tonight. 6 of 11 from behind the arc for the Heat. And that's without Dan Marley, one of their better 3-point shooters. Danilovic, in a game earlier this year, just set the house on fire in Madison Square Garden. He burned up the Knicks from the 3-point line, so they've got a lot of weapons. Mourning from way outside, and he hits right before the buzzer goes off.
I tell you what, he's really improved this game too. He came into the NBA as an aggressive big center, but he's taking his game to another level, Bill. He's one of the stars in this league right now.
A 9-point lead by Miami. Down to Willis again. Puts it up, missed it. Olajuwon with a steal. Took it away from Mourning. Livingston on the drive. He takes it in, misses it. Elie tips it up. He misses. Mourning with a rebound. Rockets attacking the basket but not getting it to go. Danilovic will pull up and shoot and miss, and Leonard gets it back, and Mourning hasn't even crossed midcourt. There he comes. 3:25 left to play here in the first half. Leonard says, I'm hot, give it to me. This time he was way off balance, and we've got a double foul called on Willis and Mourning. More importantly, that's the third on Mourning.
Let's take a look at it if we can. That's a big foul. That gives Mourning 3. So here's the double foul.
Alonzo Mourning and number 42, Kevin Willis.
Well, from the looks of things, let's see.
Yeah, I think Mourning was victimized on that call, Bill.
Could have been. They saw the second, or they saw the first. Anyway, the Mourning will have to sit down with 3 fouls. Willis with only his first. Miami leading by 9. Hardaway, nice pass. P.J. Brown. Olajuwon knocks it to the floor. Who's got it? Hakeem does. Gets it out to Maloney. Good interior defense by Houston. Rockets need some points, so they go to the big guy. Spins inside. A foul on P.J. Brown. Hakeem will shoot 2. And of course, with Barkley and Drexler out of the lineup, Houston is not getting to that free throw line very much tonight. But when we come back after this break, Hakeem will be at the line to shoot a couple. Here is tonight's Hustle Board presented by your local Chevrolet dealer. Miami with 11 assists. A couple more blocks than Houston. Offensive rebounds are equal, and the same number of steals. So the Rockets are trying to hang tough, Calvin, but Houston shooting only 37% from the field. They're not getting a lot of easy shots.
Now, well, that's what's got to improve. Everything else is as you see, even out there, but they got to put the ball in the basket.
And when Miami got this lead, the Heat able to hit 6 of 9 field goals, including 3 triples.
But you know, that's going to even out, hopefully, from that 3-point line.
So we're waiting for Miami to come out on the court. Miami 18-7. The Heat leading the Atlantic Division by a half game over the New York Knicks. But Miami trying to break a 2-game losing streak, the same as Houston. And the good teams don't lose 3 in a row. Of course, it's going to be tough. You don't have your complete team here tonight with Barkley and Drexler
like
not on the court.
40 points missing.
Yeah. And, of course, Charles, one of the leading rebounders in the NBA. Number 3 behind Williams, Rodman, and Barkley. At 15 rebounds a game. So you've taken out a lot of offense. Plus the assist that both of them have. Hakeem gets 1 out of 2. 7 points for the Dream. 41-33. Miami leading. Alley-oop. Boy, there was a lot of oops in that alley. He must have been throwing it to Murazan.
I guess. A jumping Murazan.
Yeah. That's right. And we know that doesn't happen. 2:28 left in the quarter. Maloney on the drive. Oh, what a drive by Matt Maloney. Kind of threw that one up from the hip.
Well, the fact that he attacked Hardaway and was able to get to the basket, you got to try a few more of those. You know, I'm big on milking the situation, going back to what's working.
Hardaway says, let me answer. He gets it out to Austin, and Austin hits the shot from the outside. Isaac Austin, who shoots 51% from the field.
2 minutes remaining.
That's his first basket of the game. Still that 8-point lead by Miami. Ellie turns the corner, and he's knocked to the court. No whistle. Hardaway to Danilovic. Missed on the 3. The rebound to Austin. Right back to Danilovic. 1:33 left. Hardaway left open at the three-point line. He hits it. That is the 7th three-pointer for Miami. 9 points for Hardaway. 11-point lead by the Heat. Hakeem working inside. P.J. Brown missed it. Brown gives it up to Hardaway.
They're making Olajuwon work to get his points.
Crazy hook shot by Hardaway.
He was trying to get a foul.
Maloney wants to pull up for a three, and he hit it. That was a good gamble because he had Hakeem underneath.
And he had defensive rotation in back also. So if they did get a long rebound, they couldn't go down and get the numbers for an easy basket.
It's only the second three for the Rockets. Leonard on the drive and the tip in by P.J. Brown. 36 seconds and counting left to play in the first half. Miami leads by 10. Tracy Moore, tough shot from the baseline, air ball. Hardaway on the run. Mario cut him off. They'll set up for the final shot. That's the time remaining in the quarter. Where will Hardaway go?
On a crossover to the basket. No, he fooled me too. My goodness. He's got a new dimension to his game.
Well, that's what he likes to do when the time running down. Pretty good gamble. There's a steal by P.J. Brown. Gets it off in time and missed it.
That's the end of the first half.
Well, an impressive performance by the Miami Heat. Rudy knows tonight's going to be a struggle without Barkley and Drexler. The Rockets hustled hard, but Houston shot only 37% in that first half. And the Heat lead it 51-38. Welcome back to the Summit as we start the third quarter. The Houston Rockets. Olajuwon with a jumper, misses inside, and Mourning with the rebound.
You got to be careful with Hardaway here. Run up the back of a big man, leading him to the basket like a pulling guard.
Pass inside. Mourning, his 13th rebound. The ball was short, picked up by P.J. Brown, and Miami just a step quicker than Houston.
And there should be no reason that they're a step ahead of the Rockets in quickness.
Hardaway fires from the top, and Willis grabs the rebound. That's 9 boards for Kevin and 13 for Mourning. Spinning move inside and a foul whistle. Kevin will shoot 2. And the foul on P.J. Brown. Lisa Miloski, what do you got for us?
Well, Bill, I am here with Sarah Maloney, Matt's one and only sister. Sarah, 4 boys and 1 girl in the family. I know you said the Maloney's are very proud of what Matt's done.
Oh, we sure are. And the first opportunity I had, I came out to see him play, and the rest of the family's on its way for Christmas. We're all so proud of what he's doing.
You know, you said your father passed away this summer, but he was the longtime coach, and you said Matt reminds you of him as far as even personality and basketball ability.
He really does. I mean, my father was Matthew's true mentor, and Matt out on the court and exactly in his personality, they're practically the same person. It's remarkable.
Well, it's great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Bill, back to you.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, it's good to see the members of that Maloney family. We saw a couple of his brothers up in the Great Northwest. You remember they followed us around for the 3 games in Seattle, Portland, and Vancouver. So it's been a family affair for Matt Maloney.
But don't forget that I was fortunate enough to be in that family for a couple of years when Matt's dad took me to Niagara University as a young freshman coming right out of high school.
Well, everything you heard about him. He was a great coach. Traveling, it's called, on Askins.
And he was even more than that, Bill. He was a great man. You know, when he left Niagara, I would have gone with him. When he left to go to Maryland, he says, nope, I brought you to this school because I said it was the best school for you, and it is still the best school for you.
Majerle on the drive, off to Hakeem. They clear the floor. He'll work on P.J. Brown. Nice move to the middle. Went for the dunk shot. May have had it blocked. Hardaway to Danilovic for 2. 53-39 Miami. Maloney to Ellie. They're looking for Olajuwon down on the baseline. They swarm all over Hakeem. Back to Maloney. Three-pointer slammed home by Kevin Willis.
That's how you go to the boards, with a mission.
Mission accomplished. 53-41 Miami. Danilovic for a three-pointer, short. Rebound Maloney. Gets it up ahead to Mario Ellie. Mario takes it down the middle.
There you go.
Basket. Oh, they're not going to count the basket.
Oh, my goodness. He was in stride.
What happened to continuation in this league?
Well, apparently it doesn't apply to the Rockets.
Fouls on number 5, Sasha Danilovic.
Danilovic is called for the foul. That's his third.
Okay.
I guess they ruled he took another step.
No, they missed it, Bill. I don't know what they ruled.
Second team foul on Miami. The Rockets with one. Willis swings it to Mario, and a push by P.J. Brown. Pretty obvious there in the open court. Now, what can Pat Riley possibly be arguing about?
No, he's not. He's not arguing. He's talking about something that happened before that play.
Personal foul. And that is the third team foul.
Now, see, trying to get position.
Oh, my goodness.
P.J. Brown just gave him an elbow to the court, and Riley was arguing over the call. That's the fourth foul on P.J. Brown. Kurt Thomas will replace him. Maloney puts up a three, and it was long. Hardaway takes it down to Alonzo Mourning in one motion, turns, fires. Nice move by Alonzo Mourning. He's 5 for 7 from the field, 10 points, 14 rebounds for Mourning. Miami with a 14-point lead. Hakeem Olajuwon got inside for two. Hardaway right back the other way, floats one up short. Willis with a rebound. That's number 10 for Kevin. Tracy Moore puts up a three, and it's over the backboard.
Over the backboard. Heat ball.
I was holding my breath. That could have been a big momentum breaker for the Rockets getting back involved in the game. They did everything nicely defensively, getting back in transition.
Well, this is one of those nights where the Rockets had to hit just about everything they threw up. And they're only 2 for 9 from the three-point line. Tough shot by Hardaway. Kurt Thomas puts it up. He misses. Rebound inside. Another offensive rebound for Miami. Hardaway gets a good look on a three. Misses Olajuwon. Picks up the rebound. Long down court pass. Tracy Moore. And he lost the ball out of bounds.
Out of bounds. It's heat ball.
Rockets shooting only 36% from the field, and that's not going to get it when you're missing 40 points from your lineup tonight, as they are with Barkley and Drexler.
When you're shooting 30% or so, you say to yourself, am I getting my kind of shots? If you are, then you just got to keep taking it. If you're not, you got to change up and do something different.
Hardaway gets another good look and misses the three. Hakeem gets the rebound, gives it up to Mario. That's 6 rebounds for Green. And a foul is whistled on Danilovic.
Foul is on number 5.
Now that's the 4th foul on Danilovic.
Personal foul.
So again, Pat Riley will have to go to his bench. But hey, when you go get Bashan Leonard, that ain't bad, because Leonard has had a beautiful first half for Miami.
Which brings up a point, Bill. What had happened in that first half? The Heat bench outscored the Rockets 24-6 coming off the bench.
Yeah, well, the Rockets bench is pretty short tonight when you're missing a couple of starters. Inside for Kevin Willis, a little short on the jump hook. Inside to Thomas, and a foul is called inside on Mario Ellie. We've got a timeout on the court, 6:57 left to play in the third period. Miami has this game in pretty good control right now, 55-43. Rockets only 2 for 8 here in the third quarter from the field. Hakeem tonight, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Alonzo Mourning, 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists. So
Kurt Thomas is at the line shooting 2.
Hakeem tonight struggling just a little bit to find his shot, only 4 of 13 from the field. I think Hakeem misses Barkley and Drexler more than anyone else because they swarm him constantly when he gets the ball.
Yeah, it's been a long time since he's seen the kind of defense that he's been accustomed to seeing last year. With Charles out there with the double low post, they can't come at him as quickly as they've done today.
57-43, Miami leads it. Rockets desperately in need of a rally, and turnovers won't get it done. Here's Hardaway with a steal. Rashawn Leonard has had the hot hand. He misses. And the rebound knocked out to Tracy Moore. Well, the Rockets need to make a charge. The crowd trying to get into it, but the Rockets haven't really allowed them to. There's another turnover and a foul whistled on Mario
Number
Ellie.
17, Mario Ellie. That's his third personal foul.
Third foul on Mario.
Now understand defensively what the Heat are doing right now. The Rockets are having a hard time scoring, so they're packing that middle. The Rockets got to get more spacing if they're planning on penetrating.
Alonzo Mourning has Willis right behind him. Hardaway goes right back to Zoe, turns baseline, little jumper for 2. Nice touch. Alonzo Mourning, the $100 million man for Miami. Wow. Mario out front. Down to Kevin Willis. Good catch. Slams it home in the basket. 9 points for Kevin Willis.
He's playing a fairly decent game tonight, Bill.
Yeah, he has. Kevin with 11 rebounds to go along with 9 points. Hardaway turns the corner, floats it back to Thomas. Olajuwon with a beautiful steal, and Thomas knocked it out of bounds. Well, the holiday season is here, folks. Instead of the same old gifts, how about some in-your-face arena football action? Texas Terror season tickets make a great gift for the sports fan on your holiday list. For more information on Terror season tickets, call 627-PASS. Right now, the Rockets need fewer passes and more baskets. They're trapping nicely on that pick and roll.
Yeah, anything that goes to the sideline, they're going to trap. Anytime the Rockets cross, they switch. They don't try to fight through. They just want to keep a man in front of you so that between the player and the basket.
Illegal defense called on Rashawn Leonard. That's the 4th illegal defense called on Miami, but I think Pat Riley doesn't care. You give up a free throw occasionally, but you still play tough defense because they're not going to call it every trip down. Pat, one of the 10 coaches, you know, recently we voted on the top 10 all-time coaches in NBA history, and Pat Riley was on that list. And they're broadcasting.
Jack
Ramsey, who is down at the end of that broadcasting table that we're on, also made that list of top 10 coaches. Olajuwon is fouled going to the basket. Here's Dr. Jack. Boy, what a great guy, and what a great basketball coach, both in the collegiate ranks around in Philadelphia and won a title with the Portland Trailblazers.
Well, I had the honor of traveling with him around the world for 5 years with the World Clinics. And let me tell you something. I wish I had the opportunity of being involved with him during my career. I learned more basketball with him after my career than I did when I played.
You know, talking about Jack Maloney, the coach that you had, he coached, Jim, excuse me, he coached with Dr.
Yes, he did.
Jack Ramsey.
Yes, he did. Anybody that would go swimming in the Mediterranean at 30-degree water temperature.
He's a triathlete.
Yeah, I tell you what, God bless him. I wasn't going out there.
Rockets need some defense now. 4:45 left to play here in the third. Leonard from the wing. He misses, and a loose ball foul on Kurt Thomas. That's his second foul.
Loose ball foul on number 40, Kurt Thomas.
And that's the 5th team foul on Miami, so the Rockets now will be in the bonus for the final 4:39. The Rockets with 3 team fouls still have 1 to give.
Bill, you know what's interesting? The Rockets defense is not that bad. Right now, if you look at it, the Heat have 59 points. They just can't find the basket. That's the problem.
But Calvin, when Miami was on that 13-3 winning streak, they held their opponents to 40% from the field, and tonight Houston is shooting only 37% from the field, and that's what Miami does to you. That's why it's so important to have another couple of weapons like a Barkley and Drexler.
That's right. Or instant offense coming off that bench.
Well, the Rockets are within 10, and this crowd wants to see if they can get a little rally going. 4:30 left. Mourning to the middle, and before the shot, a 2-hand foul is called on Kevin Willis.
Number 42, Kevin Willis.
That's the 3rd foul on Kevin. It came before the shot by Mourning.
No basket.
4th team foul on Houston, so now both teams will be in the penalty for the final 4:23. Kurt Thomas sets that pick out high. Sean Leonard trying to get it down to Mourning. A lot of bumping and grinding down on that post. Leonard thought about the 3, passed it up down to 4 on the shot clock. Down to 3. Mourning has to throw it up, and that's a 24-second violation. How about that Houston defense?
Well, Kevin Willis did all the work as Zoe tried to drive the baseline. Olajuwon came over from the weak side to finish it off. And the crowd applauds the effort on the part of the Rockets.
This crowd, I think the Houston fans are the best in the NBA.
Oh, no question.
They're just trying to get into this as hard as they can. And if the Rockets can make a basket here, this place will go bananas.
The fans still believe, Bill.
All right, here's Maloney coming off that pick now. They tried to trap the ball. He lost his dribble, however. 5 on the shot clock. Rockets got to make it happen. Taking it down, knocked out of bounds by Miami. 3 seconds left. Now the Rockets are kind of in that desperation situation. Rudy wants to take a 20-second timeout before this ball is brought in, and he gets it.
20-second timeout.
I think he feels the importance of getting a basket
here. That's right. So he's going to set up a quick shot, a quick play, coming from the side out of bounds, and most of that's going to happen with he wants a player can come towards the ball that can catch it in the same motion and get a good shot opposed to running from the basket with your back to it.
Tonight's NBA Flashback is presented by Mazda. In the best performance ever seen in the Summit, Magic Johnson was 16 of 16 from the field in a Laker win over the Rockets in '86. But of course you'll remember in that '86 season the Rockets sent the Lakers home on the shot by Ralph Sampson. That was later on in LA. That was the trip to the finals, and the Rockets lost to the Boston Celtics. Well, Miami has scored only 1 field goal, Calvin, in the last 5 minutes. So that has kept Houston in the game. Now the Rockets need to help themselves out.
Well, that explains the defense we just talked about. The defense has kept them in striking distance.
All right, here it is. Olajuwon is going to have to fire up a 3-pointer. Oh, the dream! That got him up. That got him up. Now let's play a little defense. Seven on the shot clock. Hardaway's going to have to make it happen himself. 3-pointer, Hardaway missed it. Mourning with the offensive rebound. That's 16 rebounds for Alonzo Mourning. Traveling is called on Alonzo Mourning.
Look at the defense that Kevin Willis is playing against Alonzo Mourning.
Pat Riley wants to call a timeout. They still believe in the Summit. They're on their feet. Can the Rockets come back? 3:05 left in the third. Miami by 7. The Rockets have shut out the Hardaway on the court, but Lisa's found another Hardaway in the stands.
Yes, I had Penny Hardaway here. He doesn't like to draw attention to himself, so he's not too happy with me. But Penny, I guess my question is, what do you think of the game so far, first of all?
Well, I think it's a great game now. Early was a little slow, but now it's getting better.
You know, Penny, you're here getting your knee worked on. You got tendonitis with the Rockets, Dr. Walter Lowe. How are things going?
Well, everything's going great right now. I think that a lot of the Rockets fans are telling him not to rehab me for me to go back to Orlando, but right now everything is going great. He's doing a great job for me.
Thanks a lot for joining us, Penny. Go enjoy the game.
Well, thanks.
Back to you, Bill.
The other Hardaway passes to Mourning for 2. That was a big turn of events there. A turnover by Houston trying to get it in to Olajuwon, and Miami converted at the other end. Boy, Magic has had all kind of problems in Orlando. First of all, Shaquille going to L.A., and then Penny with those knee problems. It's been tough on Brian Hill. Nice pass into Olajuwon. He's called for traveling. I don't know if having half the Miami team on his back had anything to do with that. But it might have.
That's called excess baggage.
Yeah. Well, it's back up to a 9-point Miami lead now. Rockets need another stop. They just can't score. Leonard puts up a 3, misses. Hakeem with another rebound. Randy Livingston in the game, picked up by Hardaway.
Leonard started to measure the basket. He shot the ball so well in the first half.
Inside to Tracy Moore, and an offensive foul on Tracy Moore. I think the Rockets have done a good job for the most part on. Well, we'll take a look at this again. The Rockets have shut down Hardaway and Leonard pretty good here in the third period, and that's kept them in the game, but they just can't mount any offense. Last 3 possessions, the Rockets have turned it over. Hardaway dominating that basketball.
Yeah, but that's great defense on the part of the Rockets.
Thomas fouls Olajuwon. Hakeem got the steal. Thomas got the foul.
Great one-on-one defense by Randy Livingston, not allowing Hardaway to get inside on that penetration like he wants to, making the defense have to react, and him kicking it off for an assist.
I don't think the Rockets can play much better defense.
Or play harder defense, that's right.
They are playing hard. They just can't get the ball to go in. They don't have a lot of good offensive options. Well, now Rudy's going to his bench for his secret weapon, Calvin. I think he just activated Sam Mack. He said, maybe I got to use him. I got to find somebody who can get a hot hand here. And we know Sam Mack can score. We've seen him do it before.
I tell you, he's also putting in Othello Harrington. I think it's a good move at this stage. With a minute 40 to go in this third quarter, you can be assured, and I venture to say that Harrington's going to get 3 to 4 points in that minute and 40 seconds. He has the knack of getting around that basketball.
Kevin Willis will get a breather. And Hakeem misses. Goodness gracious, you know, it's bad enough when you can't hit the field goals. Rockets have missed 8 free throws here tonight. 12 of 20 from the line by Houston. They could have helped themselves there. Hardaway, tough shot blocked by Hakeem. Livingston to Harrington, gets it right back.
That's the dream I remember.
Mario Ellie, get in there.
Well, here's the defense that normally starts off the rally for the Rockets.
5-point lead by Miami. 9 on the shot clock.
He's in the 3 seconds.
3-pointer. Hardaway missed it. Askins traveling on Askins.
Down to 5 points with 46 seconds in the third. If they can take it within 3 and not allow the Heat to come back and score, then the momentum swing is going to be in the Rockets' direction.
Got to get Big Mo going in Houston's direction. Harrington wants to set a pick for Livingston. Goes away. Takes it to the middle. Othello Harrington. The little O with 2 more. And the Rockets have moved within 3.
Nice little left-handed jump shot off of the dribble for a big man coming from the sideline. Step up a lot. There you go. Got to step up.
Don't let Hardaway get that shot off.
Olajuwon, when he shows, he's got to either stay until Randy can get back to him or let Randy through so he can stay with him.
8 seconds left in the quarter. 5-point deficit. Rockets trail. Livingston on the drive. Had it knocked up in the air into the hands of Leonard, and the buzzer goes off to end the third quarter of play. But the Rockets rally. Tell you what, there's no quit. There are a lot of hearts of champions out there. And here we go to the final 12 minutes. Can the Rockets pull one off? They trail by 5. Welcome back to the Summit in Houston, and tonight the Rockets played very well in that third period, and tonight's third period game summary presented by Southwest Airlines. Leonard with 17, a couple of Heat with 14 apiece, Olajuwon with 17, Ellie with 11 for Houston, and the Rockets in that third period 6 of 13. Miami with more rebounds. Miami shot only 5 of 21 in the third quarter. Missed all 9 3-pointers they put up. So where the Heat were red hot in the first half, they're shooting themselves out of it in the second.
Well, I told you it was going to even up statistically from that 3-point line. It always does.
All right, got to come out in this fourth period and set a tone again. Leonard gets it down to Alonzo Mourning. Olajuwon get a hand in his face. He missed it. Rebound Sam Mack. Randy Livingston sets it up. On the perimeter, Livingston. Harrington working on Mourning, the old Georgetown duo, and that time I think Mourning may have gotten a hand on it. Majerle knocks it out of bounds.
Out of bounds, it's Heat ball.
That last shot by Harrington was not really his shot.
No.
He had to work too hard to get it, and then he bumped with Mourning that pushed him away from the basket. That's not the kind of shot he wants.
Want to go to Alonzo Mourning again. Olajuwon. Now he'll square up with Hakeem. To the middle again for Mourning, and he's fouled from behind by Randy Livingston. That's the first on Randy.
Foul is on number 3, Randy Livingston. That's his first personal foul.
Alonzo Mourning, of course, you'll remember, drafted in the first round in '92 by the Charlotte Hornets. Second player taken in that '92 draft. And, you know, got involved that money situation there in Charlotte. When they gave Larry Johnson that bundle of money, they were forced to do the same with Mourning. They didn't do it, so they traded him to Miami.
Well, I thought that was a good business decision by Alonzo. When you can get $100 million from somewhere, it's nothing personal. This is about business.
Yeah, and then they tried to, and they had Juwan Howard signed, but then the league did not allow it, and Howard ended up back in Washington as a $100 million man. That's a lot of salaries. That's the first trip to the line for Alonzo Mourning here tonight. And he has 16 points and 16 rebounds. A big game for Mourning. 65-58. Heat again leading by 8. Make it 7. Here's Livingston taking it in, passing off. Ofella has it blocked by Mourning. Gets it back. Olajuwon has it. He puts it up across the iron, won't go, and P.J. Brown with a rebound. Hardaway yo-yos it out front, gets a pick. From the top of the key, Hardaway hits.
Oh, that's the killer there. The Rockets unfortunately had 2 point-blank shots underneath. One was blocked, the other one was miscued. That gives the Heat a chance to come back in the other direction, hit a big bucket. Now they go up by 9.
Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Kurt Thomas and Hakeem Olajuwon. Discover Card is a proud contributor to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and tonight will make a donation of $500 to its local chapter. That's a great foundation. Make-A-Wish. Well, those youngsters right now, if the Rockets could make a wish, they'd make a wish for a shooter. They need somebody who can put it in the hole.
Yes, indeed. The one good thing that the Heat did defensively, they've taken a lot of the Rockets' shots away. They don't give the Rockets anything easy.
Sam Mack with 5 on the shot clock. Goes baseline, has the ball knocked away with 3 seconds left. And that ball stopped moving when it got in Sam's hands.
See, here's another example of working too hard to get a shot.
Yeah, you're not going to get a shot one-on-one.
Not off the dribble.
You're not going to play just one defender with Miami. Mario, little runner won't go. Rebound to Alonzo Mourning.
Hey, what? You want one? All right, let's go.
Mourning apparently got poked somewhere in the face. And a timeout taken, a 20-second timeout by Miami. So the Rockets got within 5, and then Miami comes right back. Maybe got an elbow on the noggin. 67-58 Miami. Miami got a little too much inside for Houston tonight. Well, the holidays are here, and you know what that means? Let's head to the Rocket Shop. The Rocket Shop has everything for the Rocket fan on your holiday list. Authentic jerseys, practice gear, and Rockets golf wear. So gear up for the holidays at the Rocket Shop in Memorial City Mall, your home court advantage for Rockets wear. They got Rudy T underwear at the Rocket Shop.
Well, I would buy a pair, but they're too big.
I knew he had ties and everything else, but they've got silk Rudy T underwear at the Rockets.
They call them droopy drawers.
I'll tell you what, they are big boxer trunks now. I think George Foreman, if he's looking for a pair, he better get over there.
Now, don't tell Rudy I said that.
No, I won't. Good defense. Sam Mack hustling all over the place, knocked away. And Miami will have the ball. Now the Rockets' last field goal came back at the tail end of that third period. Hardaway putting up a 3. Ball is loose, kicked around into the hands of Leonard. Ball on the floor again. Who's going to get it? Sam Mack comes out of there. Outlet pass, Randy Livingston. Olajuwon hustling down underneath. Randy gives him the ball. Spin move, Olajuwon jump hooks it and misses. Harrington with the ball. He has it blocked by P.J. Brown. There's just too much inside for Miami.
P.J. Brown's a good shot blocker. He's tall, got long arms. He's quick off the jump.
Yeah, he is 6'11". He was really coming on strong there in New Jersey. Signed that free agent contract. 8 on the shot clock for the Heat. Knocked away by Olajuwon. Mario Ellie up ahead to Livingston. Randy Livingston puts it up, misses, and Sam Mack gets it back.
Boy, that interior defense of Miami is stifling.
Well, they're everywhere. They really play hard. But can they beat Chicago in the East? Harrington misses. Olajuwon got the offensive rebound. He's looking for a place. They just collapse on him. He puts it up, and the basket does not count because they call a jump ball. All of that hard work by Hakeem Olajuwon goes for naught.
All right, let me count the seconds, all right? 1,001. All right, he's underneath, he stays inside. They reach, they grab, 1,001. That wasn't enough for a jump ball.
No.
Was not enough for a jump ball. Can I say it again? Was not enough for a jump ball.
I think there's an echo in here.
In case you wasn't listening, Bill.
Well, I can't help but listen. We sit right next to each other. They'll re-jump it. 8 minutes left to play in the game. 67-58, Miami by 9. The Rockets have really played hard tonight. That's what you got to like about this performance. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Miami. And I think Sam Mack may have created that. Mario Ellie will bring it in.
The one thing I didn't like so far this quarter, Bill, is the Rockets have played with the basketball offensively a little too much instead of making a definite move or passing that ball, getting a good shot, and taking it.
Hakeem working on Kurt Thomas now. The double team comes over. Olajuwon with a tough shot, draws the foul from Thomas. He'll shoot 2.
Foul is on number 40, Kurt Thomas. That's his 4th personal foul.
Thomas always has that angry face on when he's playing basketball, doesn't he? I remember it at TCU. Now he's got a smile on his face.
You know what they say about being mad? When you're mad all alone. Nobody cares. My mom used to tell me, boy, you mad? Good, go stand in the corner.
This is the wrong time of the season to be mad.
Oh, yeah, just kiss the season to be jolly.
Hey, we got a Merry Christmas. It says to Calvin and Bill from Sarah and Amy. They're freshmen at Klein High School.
And they gave us some lovely Christmas cookies that I appreciate.
Yeah, you already eaten them. Olajuwon fakes it, takes it in. P.J. Brown knocks him to the court. Good hustle by Houston. I tell you, the Rockets are just hustling everywhere. Hakeem has even made his first 3-pointer of the season here tonight. He has 18 points, 11 rebounds.
That is the 2nd team foul.
It's the 2nd team foul on Miami.
Checking into the game for the Heat, number 5,
Sasha Danilovic will check back in for Miami now. Kurt Thomas will go out. Thomas had a starting job with Miami, but when he had the injury, he went to the bench, and now he's coming back off the bench again. Danilovic and Marley had pretty much gotten into that lineup with Brown. Mariolli on the drive.
Oh, sweet.
What a nice move by Mariolli, who has 13 points. And the Rockets are within 6 again.
And the crowd is back into it, rooting their favorite Rockets on.
Offensive foul on Alonzo Mourning. Number 4 on Mourning.
Good call. Now, Gary Grant created a situation for Alonzo. He didn't give Alonzo a chance to get stationary when he was setting that pick. Caused it for a moving pick.
We said before the game it might be one of those grinded out, tough type of low-scoring games, and that's exactly what it is. And the Rockets have stayed in with their defense. Now, if they can just get a little offense here, they got a chance to pull this game out. Sam Mack. Nice pass to Olajuwon. Mourning comes over from the weak side. Hakeem has to pass it out to Livingston on the drive. Put it up. Got it back. And the shot clock went off. A 24-second violation. Miami sometimes looks like it's playing with 7 players.
I'll tell you, the spacing for the Rockets has been such that, the shooting, that it has hurt the spacing where that gives the Heat a chance, one man to guard 2.
Timeout taken by Houston. 6:50 left to play in the game. Rockets trail by 6. Rockets trying to hang in with defense here tonight. 67-61, Miami lead.
Hey, Bill, I found out where Charles Barkley is.
Where?
He's in the bowling alley bringing his head out.
Oh, Murph.
Hey, Charles, go home. The bowling alley's closed.
He's at the bowling alley, huh?
Working his head out. I like that one.
Vashawn Leonard puts it up, and it counts. 3-pointer counts for Vashawn Leonard, and a foul is whistled inside on Kevin Willis.
From Vashawn Leonard.
That's the 4th foul on Kevin.
But you know, Bill, seriously, I'm teasing Charles because he is my favorite player, next to of course
Drexler, and next to Olajuwon, which now puts him as your 3rd favorite player.
Well, why would you say something like that? When that's not true.
That's the way it is.
But anyway, I miss his enthusiasm out here on the floor, Bill. You know, when the games are close like this, his personality shines. He gets his teammates ready to play basketball, and sometimes that equates to points. Now I would clean my act up with him after calling his head a bowling ball.
I would think you should.
I love him. Charles, come on back, Charlie.
There's a whistle underneath. And a foul is called on Vashawn Leonard.
On number 21, Vashawn Leonard. That's his 3rd personal foul.
I think when you miss his competitiveness on the court, not just his scoring. I don't think that's secondary now, but the rebounding, the toughness, and the passing. I think he and Clyde both.
That's what is so great about his game, is the fact that he gets his teammates involved out of that post-up situation with the perimeter passing.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Randy Livingston now got to pull the trigger. He gives it to Kevin Willis from way outside, and he misses. 9-point lead by Miami. From the wing, P.J. Brown on the miss, and Miami can't hit one either. If the Rockets could just find someone to step up and shoot it, they could win this game.
Yes, they can.
Kevin Willis inside, has the ball blocked on the floor.
You're getting nothing going to that basket. They're doing a great job in the interior defense close to that basket.
Like walking through a minefield.
Ooh, very gingerly. That's how you walk through it.
Well, trying to invent a shot. Hardaway got to go get the ball. Deshaun Leonard taking it inside. Pass off to P.J. Brown, and a foul is whistled on Houston.
The Rockets on that last possession, they did a nice job initially on the defense. The ball hit the floor. 5 players stood there and looked at it.
Number 34, Hakeem Olajuwon.
See, sometimes defensively, you can't be concerned about the foul. You've got to stay aggressive.
P.J. Brown at the line, shooting 2.
He's got one. He has one more. 5:10 left to play. A 9-point lead by Miami.
You know, here again. 5 minutes to go in the game. Miami has 70 points. So it has not really been the defensive end of this game. It's just they've missed the 40 points that Charles and Clyde would have given them tonight.
Make that an 11-point lead now by the Miami Heat. Maloney back in the game along with Tracy Moore. Trying to work the 2-man game. Back over to Hakeem. Going baseline. Gets control of the ball. He's trapped, and he stepped on the baseline. There's just nothing there.
Well, the one thing you got to stop doing is taking that ball into the basket, getting caught underneath the rim. Then they're putting that triangle defense on him, and he can't get the ball back out.
Miami has 10 blocked shots in this game tonight. So it's just almost impossible to get it inside for Houston and get an easy shot down in the paint. Mourning passes out of there. P.J. Brown looks up at the shot clock. There are 4 seconds left. Tough pass, won't go. Good defense by Houston again. Here's Mario in the open court, knocked away by Deshaun Leonard. And here comes Miami the other way. .408 left to play. Mourning is fouled by Mario Ellie. Well,
that was on number 17.
Here's a look at the Midwest and Atlantic Division standings presented by your Texas Dodge dealer. With the Rockets, if the Rockets lose here tonight, they will go 1 behind the Utah Jazz in the loss column and would be virtually in a tie with the Utah Jazz. We'll take a break. Be back in just a moment. Back in the Summit, the Rockets only 1 for 14 shooting here in the 4th period. Let's go to Lisa.
But Bill, bringing that up, Rockets have only 3 points this quarter. Their lowest quarter ever in history was 7. The all-time low for a game, 69 points. All-time low here at the Summit, 74. They may break that record tonight.
Yeah,
Bill?
that was last year, Lisa, against the Knicks. The Rockets' lowest point total in the Summit. This Miami team now, you know, we talk about finding someone who can score for Houston, but you've got to give credit to Miami. This is one of the better defensive teams in the league, and even though they play in the East, and I think it's a little less competition over there, still, they're going to be tough.
That's right.
They're going to be tough come playoff time. Shot clock. Maloney has to take one from way outside, and the Rockets just can't get to the basket. It's just absolutely impossible. This is a great defense.
Well, what's happening is going down with the clock running down, the wrong person is ending up with the ball in the wrong position to get a good shot.
It's also, unfortunately, one of those games that make all the fans feel like they can play.
Yeah, because that's good point.
You know, how many people, there's a three-pointer by Danilovic.
And that's
how many people will say to their friends going home tonight, I can shoot as good as that, when we know they couldn't. And traveling called on Kevin Willis. What do you think, though, Calvin, about all of the rash of low-scoring games this year? You think that's going to hurt the league?
Well, yeah, because you know what happens is people come to the NBA, they want to be entertained. You know, they pay a pretty penny for their tickets, and they want to go back and say they've seen the best in the world do something, and you entertain offensively.
Of course, the Rockets are the #1 scoring team in the NBA with 104 points a game. This is going to hurt that average here tonight. Hardaway puts the icing on it.
You have to say that party's over, Bill.
Yep. If you knew how to sing it, Willie Nelson could, but you can't.
Wait, you say I can't?
The party's over.
The party's over.
Oh, boy.
It's time to call it a
A day.
A do.
Well, there went our audience. Merry Christmas, everybody. You have my permission now. If you'll just buy our sponsors' products, you can turn Murphy off.
Uh-oh. Now, see, I have not sang the Christmas song.
No, and you're not going to until Monday night.
Oh, there we go. Now, give it up, my brother. Bam, bam.
I'll let you sing it Monday night. I hope we can win that one Monday night.
We've got to get off the snide now.
That's going to be 3 losses in a row for the Rockets, and with a chance to fall out of first place for the first time this season. The Rockets running into hard times, and they were struggling without Charles in Vancouver and struggled mightily with both Barkley and Drexler against San Antonio. So this is a team-wide slide, but you just can't miss 2 players the caliber of Barkley and Drexler.
See, that's why it was so important that they won that game in Vancouver, which they should have. And they won that game against San Antonio because they should have. And then this game wouldn't look that devastating to their win-loss record, obviously, because it would only be 1 opposed to 3.
The Miami Heat now will go to 13-2 on the road, and that, let's see, 13-2 puts them in pretty good company on the road. Chicago is 12-2. Detroit is 9-2 on the road. One of those Pistons losses on the road came here, however. The Rockets are 11-2 on the road.
And 32, James Scott.
So this Miami Heat team sounding a warning to the rest of the league that they're here to be taken seriously. Miami and New York looks like the Knicks and the Heat will fight it out for that Atlantic Division.
I tell you who's hurt the Rockets tonight. Leonard killed the Rockets tonight. He set that offensive tone coming off that bench.
And really the lack of an outside threat for Houston, too. Miami's blocked 10 shots, Calvin. They've cut off the inside game, but the Rockets didn't have anybody early who could hit the 3.
That's right.
Rockets tonight only 4 of 12 from behind the 3-point line. 1:26 left. There's Leonard. Misses. Harrington tied up.
Jump ball.
It's Mark Strickland in the game now. Ties him up.
Into the game for the Heat, number 31.
And Martin Mursep will check in. He was a first-round draft choice for the Utah Jazz. They traded him to Miami later in that draft. And there you take a look at a concerned coaching staff for Houston. They knew it would be an uphill struggle tonight without Charles and Clyde, but it's still tough to lose. Danilovic with a 3. That's 11 3-pointers for Miami tonight. That's Sasha Danilovic, nice-looking player.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Tony with his sloping style.
He's 6'6" and can shoot. He was on the Yugoslavian team that lost to Dream Team 3 this year in Atlanta, but they did win a silver medal. Good hustle inside by Mursep. Tonight's Gatorade player of the game, well, they're saying Bashan Leonard, who finished with 22 points. I'll tell you what, he did have a good first half, but boy, I love the job Alonzo Mourning did. 18 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 block shots for Alonzo Mourning.
That's a full day's work there.
Well, he was tough. He absolutely cut Houston's inside game off tonight. And Hakeem Olajuwon for Houston, 20 points, 13 rebounds. But not that dominating performance that we've seen.
Yeah, we're accustomed to
from Olajuwon over the years. And a whistle with 36 seconds left to play.
Fouls on number 32, James Scott. That's his first personal foul.
Every team has a down period, and right now the Rockets are having theirs.
Matt Maloney at the line, shooting 2.
Well, one good thing about it, they have a sizable lead on the NBA right now.
Who does?
The Rockets. You're looking at 21 and what? 21 and 5.
They're going to be.
Well, but nevertheless, they're still in the running. They can regroup, get over this hump with Clyde and Barkley gone. The new year coming in.
Martin Mursep with a slam dunk.
Martin Mursep.
And another whistle underneath. And a foul on Strickland.
Foul on number 4.
Here's tonight's play of the game presented by Sonic. And Alonzo Mourning providing the inside defense with a block shot, and that led to a fast break by Miami.
Randy Livingston at the line, shooting 2.
Good all-around effort here by the Miami team. 22 for Leonard, we showed you. 18 for Hardaway. He also had 7 assists. 18 for Mourning with 17 rebounds.
But you know what, Bill? The Rockets played hard. They didn't get enough scoring. They didn't have enough scoring points, but they held Miami to 86 points defensively. Well, listen.
Ball knocked away. Rockets don't want to set a record here tonight for the fewest points in franchise history. They need 3 more. The lowest point total for a Houston Rockets team of all time was 69. That was in Detroit in 1974, and the Miami Heat have held the Houston Rockets to the lowest point total ever in Rockets franchise history. The Heat win one here in Houston. The Rockets lose their 3rd game in a row, and Houston now falls to 21 and 5 on the season, a virtual tie in first place in the Midwest Division with the Utah Jazz. Miami goes to 19 and 7 to keep its lead over the New York Knicks in the Atlantic Division. And also Miami improves its road record to 13 and 2. So a big night tonight for the Miami Heat. The Rockets will get Clyde Drexler back Monday night, but Charles Barkley will have to miss that game on suspension also Monday night. And that's when